And welcome back, there it is, and welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Asumo, where we are playing the glorious, the one, the only, that's right peeps, it's Factorio time. Man, I have been so hyped to play this game for a long, long time. That's all I can say right now. Thank you for everyone putting bananas in chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the people saying Happy New Year. Likewise, extended right back at you. It is New Year's Eve. So you peeps know, I don't like celebrating New Year's Eve. I stopped celebrating it many years ago, and I'm really thankful that I did. I do not enjoy celebrating the end of something the way that we celebrate the end of a year. I so much more prefer just treating this like it's one day after the next. I find if you go out and celebrate, and it just fills you with emotions and craziness, and the next couple of days always feel like really weird after, and I don't like that feeling, so I decided to stop celebrating New Year's a long time ago, and I'm thankful that I did. That, you know, you tuned in for Factorio, now you hear an X waffle on about his emotions, about, oh, New Year's emotions, oh, jeez. Lol, so you were saying emotions are bad, Estelium? Sorry, so you were saying emotions are bad, says Estelium. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying the emotions that I get and the way, you know, celebrating New Year's Eve goes, it never leaves me feeling good for the next few days. It always makes me feel really unsettled and odd. And I think I just don't like celebrating chapters of time. I don't like celebrating my own birthday. I rather just let time like roll forward at its pace. So yeah, I'm not a big one for celebrating. Anyway, that's not what this stream's about. We're here to play Factorio. On my second channel, I'm going to label these because we're going to play through the game from start to end. And so if you're watching on the second channel, that should hopefully make it easier for you to keep up what's going on. Here's how I'm going to play. Normal settings, advanced, everything's going to be the same. Terrain, everything. There's one thing that I'm going to do, and that is play on peaceful mode. Reason being that the enemies really kind of disrupt the flow of playing the game, and I'm not very good at handling them. Now, I do like them as a challenge, and I'm playing another Factorio game where I have aliens. I feel like on this stream, I get a bit overwhelmed with all the messages, trying to think, multitask, all that kind of stuff. Let's just make it easy for ourselves and play on peaceful modes. I think it's going to be so much more fun if I do that. So, we may generate more than one map. Here, I want to get a particular sort of setting for the start, which is our materials relatively close to each other and a nice big direction in which to expansion without a like a block of water in the way. But I think that's mostly what the map is going to be like anyway. So here we have stone, iron, copper, coal, two small patches of coal, and we would probably build here and extend going leftwards. So because we're playing on peaceful, we don't have to rush, we don't have to worry about what we're doing. First thing we'll do is walk up to this coal patch, and then we'll explore to the left. So I'm going to drop down this thing. We are going to give it some fuel. So, aren't I supposed to be able to make a pick? There it is. We have a pick. We mine one piece of coal, and then we put it in here. No, we put it in there. I'm putting it in the wrong way around. So, in order to make another one of these, we will need some materials, that being some iron and a stone furnace. So, we'll need to make a second stone furnace. So I think we'll head up and we'll mine a little bit of stone next. Before I can read chat, I've got to read the noises in the ear. So let's scroll back there. We have Darth Medi resubscribing for 21 months in a row. Darth Medi, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy today's stream. Right click. Got to remember it's right click. We got Smoke Train 4 subscribing with Amazon Prime. Appreciate you. Suspicious Lettuce has resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you. Appreciate it ever so much. We have Madaguy resubscribing for 21 months in a row as well, saying, hi X, started growing a beard. Got any tips for keeping a beard? And do you miss having one? Well, you know, I've got a small one. I shave it off, it grows back. That's kind of how it works. And this time I'm going to try again to bulk it up and keep it bulked up. Probably going to struggle, because trimming it is just always awful. My tips are get some beard oil and apply it once a day after a hot shower. That's just a great tip right there. That's some good beard care for you. Right, we've probably got more than we actually needed for now. Do I have to smelt? Do I have to smelt stone to make a stone furnace? You don't. So I probably could actually do with a little bit more. Let's not overdo this. Let's keep it simple. Let's make 4 of those and head down here. Aussie Geek Girl says, hey, wait, this is a Minecraft buy. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You're missing out on a wonderful game. Oh, does it put it on the ground? Ah, so it made what? Did it make one piece of it? So I should have chopped down this tree and made a chest and put that there first of all. I did wonder about making a chest, then I was like, no, I'm going to get another miner drill. Anyway, right, that's going to fill that up, and we'll put you in there for now. Sweet. So we also need to go get a little bit of iron. Let's just roll down there and grab some of that. One thing that's cool about this is that I can happily hold down right click while I chat to all of you. Resting Griffin is here. Resubscribing for 9 months in a row. It's a Twitch baby saying, yeah, I love Factorio. I love it too, man. This game is just... I haven't played it and it's always been on my mind. I always enjoy reading the patch notes. Occasionally I go watch a video of someone else playing it. And it feels good to log in and play this, you know. Panic ACV is here resubscribing for 39 months in a row. Saying, last resub of the year. Hype. I hope you have an amazing 2019, X. Thank you, Panic. I hope you all have a great 2019 as well, of course. You know, for me, it's just going to be another day. Tomorrow's just going to be another day. And that's how I like it. Aussie Geek Girl is here resubscribing for 2 months in a row, saying 2 months, 300 to go. 302 months. Does someone want to calculate how many years that is? It's probably too many years. If I press Alt, we should be able to see what's in the chest. By default, let's leave ourselves a few bits behind. Keep that thing going. And place down 1 of those. Put in the fuel, put in the iron that we just got, and then we need some plates. Once we've got the plates, we'll make another one of these burner mining drills. Hi, Pancake was taken, says X, the Harmony thing wants you to update it. Yeah, don't worry about that. So Mikey Cat, 1000 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. SD Boy X has subscribed with Prime as well. And Jay's on Fire is here resubscribing for 33 months in a row, saying, X, your timer says that you've been on for 2 hours and 4 minutes. Jeez, did I not refresh it properly? Okay, so let's just start like that. Okay, I don't know if that's accurate, but hopefully that's good enough. And we are caught up on noises in the air, which means I can focus on our chat and have a little sip of my mocha, which I'm treating myself to. How do you do a backflip off of a wall, says Volt. Consult a professional. Glyph says 25 years, 2 months. That is some amazing, quick, fast, rapid-fire math right there. I've not got the time to verify if it's correct. That is for sure. Right, we can make 2 burner mining drills. That's fantastic. So now I'm going to take this chest that we had here, and we're going to put our new miner drill right there next to it. So those 2 are going to now effectively fuel each other, which is great. We're going to pinch some coal out of it. We're going to pick this thing up. Move it to a new location, I think. Nope, yep, I've got another one of these here. Excellent. So now we'll go ahead and start to automate the creation of iron. Oh, I love this music, by the way. Oh, this music's good. SD Boy says, any plan on making Factorio for YouTube or just streaming? If I ever make it for YouTube videos, it'll be at a time when my channel is no longer, you know, focused on whatever. Like, while oh yeah, I've got to put it in here as well. While Hermitcraft is successful and I can continue doing that, or, you know, snapshot update videos, while the things I love doing are successful, I'm just going to focus on making sure those work for the long run. If it ever comes that day where, you know, views are down the pan or whatever, I'll have more freedom to do whatever I want. So my plans are one day in the future I'll just have this freedom to just be like, hey, I want to make a StarCraft Let's Play, and just do that, because I'm no longer, you know, focused on sustaining the growth or whatever, right? I mean, that day will eventually come, and when it comes, I'm prepared to enjoy it, you know? So, yeah, right, those are going to keep fueling each other. That's good. I think we're really well set up, because we've got a stone patch here. So if I grab this, and we make another one of these, 2 of them in fact, we're going to go ahead and put you there. give you some of this and put the chest in front of you. So now we've got stone always rolling in. That's terrific. And now we just got to go put the other one with a furnace in front of it. So we're now automating stone. Bring that into our inventory. Build another furnace. The other one that I'm talking of is, of course, copper over in this direction. By the way, I was supposed to do a little bit of exploring to see if this was the map that I wanted to play on, but since we're into it, I think we're stuck with this one. Will you play Minecraft today, X, says Mine Pluto? There'll be no Minecraft. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe not Wednesday as well. I think for the beginning few weeks of this month, I may just play Factorio constantly. I mean, this game is great. It's really great. Okay, so now we've got the copper coming in. This is an opportunity to read chat again and sip on my mocha while we let this stuff smelt. Result says, oh my god, you are playing a game that's not Minecraft. That means you're never going to play Minecraft. There is some detected sarcasm there, I believe. Badger says, indeed, all the Dungeon Simp. Who's talking about Dungeon Simp? I want to know all about the Dungeon Simp. Delicious. I really wanted to play some Old Tower in the background while having this game on, but I emailed them and never got a reply. They probably saw my Minecraft and thought, that's not evil. Suspicious Lettuce says, never seen this game before. What is it about? Great question. It is about getting off this planet that is inhabited by aliens, and if you're not playing on peaceful mode like we are, as we try to get off the planet, we're going to create pollution which will aggravate the aliens on this planet. The way you get off is by conducting research and developing technology that will create, I believe, like a rocket that launches you off the planet. Rocket silo allows you to launch a planet into space and win the game. So that's the win condition. And as you can see, we need a lot of different types of potions, and the potions are made out of these base components that we are currently mining. But as you might guess, it's not going to be that simple. Oh no, it is going to go to a whole new level of complexity real soon. Potassium Oxide says, Asuma, have you ever played Kingdom? I have on my channel. You can go look it up and watch those videos if you like that game. Ellery Celery, I like that username, says, you may not celebrate New Year's, but I'm going to celebrate it now. Sorry, can't stay any longer. No problem, go have fun. I mean, if you have fun with it, more power to you. I always just got this weird, I get this weird feeling, uneasy feeling, like, I know there's probably like 0 people out there that are like, I know what you mean, X. You know, I'll be the weirdo who feels this way. It's fine. I'm happy with that. Next thing I want to do is automate this stuff with power, which I think we could jump into pretty quickly. We can grab an offshore pump, a steam engine, and a boiler with our current materials. That's really good that we can make all of those, because we're going to start automating pretty quickly here. So we will grab from... I mean, we're going to mine most of this patch here. Maybe actually what we'll do is just go around to the side here and use this little bit of space. So we place down our pump. Do you know what? It would be nice if we could turn off the night cycle. I might look for a mod that can do that, because we don't really need to worry about that kind of stuff here. What we do need is a little bit of pipage action. But yeah, like the night cycle feels a little bit irrelevant when we're playing on peaceful. And also it's not great for streaming, so I might look into getting a mod to turn that off. Let's just do that for now. The very first setup will be pretty basic. And we can always change stuff, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. We'll need to chop down some trees to make wood, so that we can make some power lines, which are going to be very important. And I guess now what we need to do is make belts and make... yeah, just probably belts to begin with, I think. Or I can just put the coal in manually and we get the power to start automating. So there are 2 materials we want to automate, iron and coal, first of all. So we just need more of that iron. And then we need to learn how to make belts. Maybe I have to do research. No, the belts are actually here from the get-go. So it's all about the iron right now. So we need to keep fueling this, keep grabbing that. And maybe now would actually be a good time to have 2 of them, but we'll see if we can skim it with just 1. If this is your first time playing, says LSTNDFND. That's how I'm going to pronounce your name. Just by reading the letters. This is not my first time. This will be like my 5th or 6th, I think. Oh, that's rock. Right, and you can't destroy that stuff, I think. I think it's just in the way. That confused me. Like, what is that stuff? Okay. We can quite easily make, I think... One more and one more. Yeah, that'll just make our lives a little bit quicker here. Okay, so we're not going to use these things forever. That's why we're not making a crazy amount of them, basically. So here's some fuel. Here's some fuel. Please make me more and more iron. Show weeds. Alright, and we're going to go put some fuel over in the copper just to keep that one running. We've got a donation here, Noise in the Ear, from Tuxedo Cat 721. Tuxedo Cat says, I'm glad you're playing this. I wanted to check this game out, and you always present games in an easy-to-digest way. Digest. Anyway, Happy New Year, X. Thank you. Lovely message. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you to say. Because I was worried that I would just be a total buffoon playing this game, and the reality was I probably would have had I not played it over Christmas and kind of, you know, brought my memory back to this game. By the way, if you are watching this thing and are playing it and following it, it's a game about automation and construction. You build like a giant factory, and it's got this beautiful feel to it where every time the game gets bigger, the means to play bigger comes with it. So as you scale things up, you're not forever stuck as this little character wandering around having to move everything everywhere. Like, the game naturally progresses in a really like strong and powerful way. It's a very power play kind of game. There's a lot of depth to it. There's a ton of replayability. If you like what you see, you should definitely go get this game. It's fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. And I'm hoping that this gives you all some tips on how to start. You know, you've seen me create these things with a few resources, and this is basically a good way to get started. So we need to create this. We need to create the power lines that are going to go power it. I'm probably going to need more than 8. Although they do double up, make 16. And notice how these things go into my hotbar. That's because I'm not sure if everything you craft goes into your hotbar, but things that are useful do. And then you've got your inventory and your hotbar. Now I'm feeling like I need to explain more, you know. Tuxedo Cat, thank you ever so much for your donation. I will continue to try and explain everything. If you shift click, it does everything all at once, like that. So we need to produce electricity, and we need coal and water to do that. So our first electricity line is going to go straight upwards. So we shall place it so it overlaps with this boiler right here, which is going to create the electricity. And we're allowed to place 2 in between each one, I believe. So we're trying to maximize the distance at which we can move our power upwards. Terrific. And now we're here at the coal patch. Okay, so now we get to place down our first one of these, which is just like these 2 over here, except it's going to run off of... let's check what's directly below us. Yeah, the rocks are in the way. This is going to run off of electricity, which we're about to generate using the coal. Okay, and we're out of belts, so we need more belts to get that all the way down here, and that's fine. That's not a problem. Now what we'll do is put in a massive wad of coal in there, so that the miner up top can start doing that automatically. Right, let's go collect our iron over here and make 19 belts even. You can just hold click and run, says Hife. I believe that's what we just did when we placed these belts. Maybe? I don't know. Billman68 is here, resubscribing for 27 months in a row, saying, happy, great new year, dude. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. X, connect the first pole, you derp. The first pole is connected. Who's the derp now? Do you get double? I think you get 2 transfer belts for everything that you do. So, if you're seeing this game... By the way, can we get some hands up in chat if this is the first time you're seeing this game? Your mind may be now starting to tick a little bit as you're thinking, whoa, you can move these things around with belts? That is right. Oh, look at that. We're just 1 over. We're just 1 over. The neatness in me wants it to be perfectly in line. It doesn't matter. These systems always end up being crazy and going all over the place. Right, the next thing that we want to do is make either an inserter or a burner inserter. A burner inserter will use coal to move the objects off the belts from one place to the other. There's a lot of hands up in chat, so thank you everyone for tuning in and checking this game out for the first time. If you stick with it, you're going to see so much cool stuff coming our way. So much cool stuff coming out of this one. So what you might start off with is a burner inserter, because you can use coal to power it, but we get to kind of jump the gun a little bit and go straight to the next step. So let's go put that there and put our inserter like this, and now we're going to automatically put the coal in. So we have created a loop. We are putting coal into the boiler. The offshore pump doesn't require anything to pump out the water. The steam engine creates power. The power goes up here and puts the coal that we need to power it on this line right here. So that's great. We now got ourselves a source of coal. We'll probably expand that. We're going to keep pinching this stuff as well while we rely off of some of the old tech. But as you might guess, the thing to do next is to start automating a heck of a lot more stuff here. Badger Spanner says, I went to the kitchen to turn the kettle on. I forgot to make a tea. X's derps are contagious. They're contagious. You've caught a case of the derp. Jeez, I do that so often. I did it twice today. This is my first hot beverage. I kept forgetting about it. Okay, so we want to keep making iron over and over again, basically. So all of that, yeah, just keep giving it to us. We're going to need lots of stone as well. That's terrific. Let's start making some of the things that we're going to need. We're going to end up making an array for smelting. So I will take 20 of those. We're going to do 10 of each to begin with. Now we need to head over to copper again. Someone says the music's kind of loud. Let's go in and I will just turn music down a peg. Maybe that as well. And then I'll turn it up for myself. Is there any way of automatically farming raw fish? Says Inna. There isn't actually raw fish. There might be water. As far as I know, there's no fish in this game. Let's actually have a look at what needs what. Okay, we'll just put half in there, half in over here. Copper keeps to get going for a while. That's good. 160 should be enough to help us do the basics. What are you sipping? I got a mocha. I got a hot cup of mocha with me. Right, let's take out this. There is a way, I'm sure there's a way to click. There it is, you can control click it. Right. I knew there was a way to do something like that. Alright, so, next steps. We want to automate mining the iron and bringing it into a smelter array. I think we're going to put our array in this area, and our actual main, like, system, belt, whatever you want to call it, is going to go in this direction. A little bit of a problem. This is going to be in the way. Or is it? Can I... Oh. There were types of rock that you couldn't destroy. I'm just not familiar with some of the new things they've added. So let's just do a little wander in this direction quickly. We've got another big coal patch over there. Is that coal or is it stone? I think it's stone. We can go in this direction for a long time, it looks like, without any interruptions. Or any major obstacles in our way. So... with that in mind, we're going to stick to the plan of moving out in this direction. You're thinking of cliffs, says Sprocket Creations. Yes, that was another one. I'm sure there's rocks as well that can't be destroyed, but maybe the rocks that I saw were just cliffs and it didn't like feel like a cliff, you know? Have you ever played any of the Civilization games, says Mini Bokto? Yes, I have. I think number 5 it might have been I played a lot of. And that was quite a few years ago. It was... that game was alright, but it was too easy, I thought. So I used to just mess around when you'd sort of dominated the map. Zarkus says, no, all rocks can be destroyed. Okay then, well I don't know what I'm talking about, so that's fine. Like, we can destroy this. But still, our first smelting area is just going to basically be a little bit messy. So let's think about what's going to go into it. We're definitely going to need more power lines. So I need to get wood. And I just wandered out to where there was some. I should have been thinking ahead a little bit further. And grabbing some more of this stuff. Stray Paragon is here. Resubscribing for 8 months in a row. Stray Paragon, thank you so much for your support. It's appreciated. Hope you're enjoying something a little different, playing some Factorio today. So thanks a lot, says, has there been any major updates or new things added in Factorio lately? As far as I know, I don't think they've done anything major for a while, but they keep like refining and polishing the game. As for when I last played it, yes, there is like the whole game has been polished since I last had a go. Back when I played it, like the graphics were so much more unpolished. They were kind of like placeholders, and now they've got a proper graphic design dev. I no longer have a pick. Yeah, I thought that was a bit slow. Let's grab a pick. Right, that even gives me stone. That's pretty cool. There's a big one up there, look. Okay, it's actually two next to each other. I don't need to be mining this though. I'm just in the mood because I've been chopping down trees. So, what we should do is make more of those. We're going to need to make these inserters. Probably going to need about 20 of those, I think. That's going to chew up some resources. And then we're going to need a whole load of belts. So I think we should get 3 of those while we're pumping out iron. Let's take the rest of those. We'll put the rest of our iron into belts. Cool. Very cool. How do I... There we go, I got all of them out. Sweet. And then we'll make all of those belts. Cool. Alright, so this is the area somewhere around here that we're going to do this. So we shall keep this simple and set up a through line of belts. Okay, it's going to start there. We're going to have our inserters taking out the finished results of our furnace smelting. I think I was going to do 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is just for iron, by the way. We've got to do this for both types. That's why I made 20 inserters. That was just like a number in my head. So do it like that. Have them in groups of 2. And we place these inserters on both sides. So while we've been waffling, moving around, chopping down trees, we've just built up, like, you know, a ton of resources automatically to create this setup that you see before us, if you're following what's going on or you're not, basically. Like that's a little summary of what we're doing here. So now we're kind of waiting on these belts, which is fine. Okay, and then we're going to have the belts run in the opposite direction from down here, and that's because we're going to get some coal siphoned off the side. Right, now there is actually something I could use to take this off automatically. I don't think I've researched it yet. So for now we're going to be stuck with an inserter doing the job, and we are out of iron to make the inserter that we need. Let's go grab some more. 1, 2 of those, and then a whole bunch of belts. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. We take coal from there, and this thing's going to need its own power line. And we put it into a belt that goes downwards and then goes to the side. Important thing to notice here is that the coal is on the top side of this belt. And what we want to do is attach iron from the bottom side. So somewhere just over here, we're going to have a belt pointing to the side of that one. This belt is going to have iron on it, no surprise. And it'll be from these two right here. Let's go bring some power over to them. I'm trying to make my grid nice and neat to begin with, but it's going to get a little bit messy here and there. That's just the way the game goes. Okay. Alright, so now we have brought iron and coal to the same place together. Do you see what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see? Do you understand what we're about to do? Mo says, I'm going to play some Factorio now. I haven't played in a while. It's one of those games you can go back to over and over again. There's a reason I have another inserter, by the way. And I'm going to make a wooden chest, because we're going to put that there for now. Right, so we... Not really, says Phil. Phil, how could you not see what we're doing? Did you just start Factorio, says the Dragon's Lord. Yes, I did. We just started, literally. Okay, so let's keep bringing the power over in this direction. Actually, here's where we just want to kind of tile it like that. What I was going to do is put them one on the side, so it looked a little bit neat. I do like to make things look neat. It's not essential, but it can be done. Okay, so if you didn't know what we were doing, now it should be really obvious. We are automating what we've been doing so far off of the power system that we've created. Are you in line with that one? I think you are. That one looks a little straighter. Anyway. Oh, and then one at the end. Let's go put you right there. Okay, that one is probably not going to do its job quick enough. I can pick them off of the line though. Clearly we need something better than that inserter right there. For now this will do, I think, because we can let it back up on the line, we can then let it back up into these furnaces. All is good in the hood basically. And as you can see, we've got enough coal to fuel this and our power over here. What we're slow on at the moment is actually iron. And we can now create 2 more of those. I do not have enough iron. How is that even possible? Let's go pick up some more. There we go, like that. Phil Roberts says, I understand now. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's great. I just started watching. Well, if you literally just tuned in, you may be a couple of steps behind on what we're doing here, so that's fine. That's fine. I won't punish you for that, you know. Not that I hand out punishments or anything, jeez. It's not that kind of stream. Right, there we go. Now we power these. So we have automated the things that we need to create more automation, which means we can just continuously build this up. There'll be more challenges ahead of us, but now we have 6 of these delivering iron up here to be smelted. I think we're going to run out of coal soon though. In fact, it may just be that this is slowly diminishing. It looks like it is. So we need to bolster our input of coal, and we can do that nice and easy like this. That one might seem like an unusual placement, but what I like to do is spread them out so that we can continuously, like, so they don't overlap. So then eventually this one will run out, but we're trying to cover all of the coal patch so we can eventually run out of it, which sounds sort of strange, but hey, look, I'm just justifying my little decision there, okay? Right, so we have now got more coal coming in automatically, and we have stupid amounts of iron starting to back up. What can we do with all of this iron, you may be wondering? We can make more belts. Always increase production, says Fault Bat. Yes, always increase the production. Hey X, love Factorio, one of my favourites. You can curve the belt around the chest and have multiple inserters putting the iron in the chest. That is absolutely true. Probably be a good idea to do that so I don't have to keep walking over here. I guess though, the point I was trying to make was that it would back up into here so you didn't have to worry about it too much, but we want to collect it from one place, not multiple places, right? So, well actually, that was a cool suggestion. We'll do that. Now, were you expecting that many? I don't know, but we're going to have that many. Let's make another 5 inserters. We've now got to do the same thing with coal, effectively. I do want to check something, though. We want to start researching soon. It's copper and iron, yeah. So I'm happy to just play this game on the basis of, you know, sort of taking it one step at a time, I guess. Like, I'm not worrying about maximum efficiency here and there. We just want to do each thing that we do really well. And so far it looks like we're on track to do that. Okay, will the 4 of them even be able to keep up? I'm going to sit here and drink my mocha. We have a noise in the ear from First Person Chef. Subscribed for 3 months in a row of Amazon Prime, saying, hey X, loved your content for years. Not able to catch up as many streams as I'd like, and especially love your attitude and the atmosphere/community you and the other hermits who created for Hermitcraft. And I loved the old world tours with Cub and Scar. Thank you for the lovely message, buddy. Appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed those tours. I was so happy to do those with Scar and Cub. I was a bit gutted for Scar though, like those videos were, you know, to help him out over the Christmas season. I don't think he even got to upload them because he was ill. So be sure, if you weren't aware that Scar's been under the weather, be sure to send him some love on Twitter. First Person Chef, thank you for your support. Also, Right Escape has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Right Escape, thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And look at that, not even 4 of those inserters could keep up, and that's because we are maximising some smelting here. We've got 10 of them going. Wonderful. Let's click on this and have a look at our power network. I believe this being quite high might mean that we are on occasions now starting to peak the amount of power that we're using. Consumption, yeah, so that's constantly draining. This one's, and they add together. I think if we look at those numbers, that's where we can see we are indeed coming very close, which means on occasions these things might work a little bit slower. So it's probably a good idea now, if we're going to build a second array and build more of these miner drills, to go ahead and make, let's add 1, 2, 1, 2. And we'll need to redesign a little bit of this, which is fine. Just going to move it over by 1 basically. Max Gregory says Factorio is definitely a nice change up from Minecraft. I agree. I agree. This is going to be a nice new project for us. Now, when I break that, our whole factory is probably now falling apart or whatever, but that's fine, because it'll come back up in just a moment. Right, we're going to need a couple of pipes then, I think, as well. See, now we've got just loads of iron lying around. All of this stuff becomes a little bit more simple at this point. Okay, and now we get to put this here and put that there. And we need to make sure that that's powered as well. Sweet, a little bit low on those. In fact, going to need a lot more of them for our next project. And if we click on this now, we should see it's starting to taper down a little bit. Let's dump that in there. I think it might take a while for the boiler's heat to get to the maximum or something. I was expecting that to dip more, but it hasn't. Maybe it hovers close to what it needs. Maybe there's something there I don't understand how that works. A boiler can power 2 steam engines, says Persuaded Metal. Ah, so we could add extra steam engines behind here, which was kind of the plan. It's good to know how that works. 2 engines for efficiency, says a Lost Panda. Right. Multiple people saying that. So our next expansion, in fact, we'll do it now. This is one of the reasons. Oh, it actually kind of costs a lot, and I don't have all of that on me. One of the reasons I wanted to play on peaceful is because as you start to expand, you'll have aliens running into your base and destroying stuff, and it kind of creates this second demand of you, which is fun if you want to play it that way. I felt like on stream I didn't want to be bombarded with, like, you know, events where, oh my god, things are being destroyed all of a sudden. I felt like that would really throw me off the game. So I've decided to play peaceful, and I think it was a good decision. We can still do all the military research though, that's for sure. Badger Spanner says, bring back the word doohickey. This game is full of them. We need a doohickey there and a doohickey there. It might just make a comeback, you know. Because I know exactly how it relates. Whoa! Jeez, we got a lot of that fast. Lovely. I guess actually it's because we're kind of producing stuff on a scale where I wouldn't be crafting things at this point. But that's fantastic. Now we can really start to get things done, which is cool. I think I actually want to start a little bit of science already. Let's go ahead and make 2 science stations. And then let's go put these things in place. Oh, did I make the wrong thing? Ah, well. 1, 2, 3. Those are for the future. And now we've got to wait because the other stuff is crafting. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Cool, what other things I'm going to need? So how many of these do we have? 6. You always need less copper in the beginning. So we'll make another 3. We'll have 6 iron to 4 copper to begin with. Probably going to need a bunch more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, we're out of copper now. Cool, right. Now that we've got a couple of labs, I'm going to just place them here and there for now. That's absolutely fine. Let's take out all of that. Asing Le Lama says, hey X, next time you're talking to fools, please say no Malone. Is that some sort of stream reference? Schmucker says, on the power graph, the production bar is less than your power is good. Yes, but I expected to see it drop down and the amount triple based on what we have made, but that appears to not be how it works. Right, 2 more of those. We're also going to need a bunch more of them. And in come the miner drills. While we're over here, why don't we set it up now? Can set it up and then move backwards. I haven't heard this song when playing before. I like it. Okay, so that's going to be our setup over here. We'll get the belt going. We'll give it some power and some juice as well, of course. So usually you can just run and it's nice and simple to place stuff, but we've got to keep going back and forth and do this. Which again is fine. In fact, I am just going to go do all of this in one go and then come back. Block fight says X, the power will never produce more than you need. Oh, there you go. So it's always going to stay close to it, right? And then we can look at the numbers and adjust how much we can make at a maximum, like when we need to. Oh, that was kind of close, wasn't it? Hey, look what I'm going to make next. Some more of these. Let's cancel those 5 and then make them again after. Right, there we are. Okay, so now that should go all the way back there. What I want to do while I'm in this space is just have a quick look at this. So I want those to power these inserters. Let's go put these belts like that. So that's where copper's going to go. And we're going to have all of our inserters in the similar sort of positions. 1, 2... Because I want it to look nice and symmetrical. Of course I do. Alright, and then we can put... I've only got 5 of these. Don't I need another 5? That's fine, we can make them. Alright, bring that up here. And place them all the way across. Sweet! And there'll be more inserters to place, of course. And we've got to get coal over here as well. But I need to figure out where that belt is going to go. Wait a minute, last time we did it coming in the other direction. We'll do it like that because we want to be able to expand it in the future. So right, that belt over here has basically got to be higher than that one, which I think it is by quite some distance. Jason Fire says, what music are we listening to today, X? Says Jason Fire. I sort of said that twice. We're listening to the Factorio soundtrack. Okay, guess I should have been making more of those, right? Let's have a sip of this mocha. It's getting cold. Jeez, we've been streaming for 40 minutes. It's been fun. We got noises in the ear. Etanoid OS has resubscribed for 10 months in a row, saying, ooh, 10 months. Also, are you out of iron yet? Get used to it. I'm not out of iron. Yeah, you do struggle with iron in this game, I'm aware. The Dragon's Lord has subscribed with Amazon Prime, and Warp Games HD has subscribed as well. Thank you to the both of you for your subscriptions. I appreciate it. And hope you enjoy today's stream. Blockfight says, X, you should automate belts. Oh, yes, we should. I agree. And by the way, I was going to do something that we'll automate real soon as well. I should start making some of these. I don't know how many that is, but that many will do. Right, there's the coal patch. We're going to avoid that and turn the corner. Then turn the corner again. Come over here. You know what's going on. Shouldn't I have more belts than that? Did I put them... Okay, let's cancel all of those. Let's make some more belts. Okay, so a little bit of a problem. Now it's fixed. Slight problem, now it's fixed. Maybe we should wait a second, because what side of the track do I need coal to be on? That's actually going to be rather easy to sort out. So if we come over here and we do it like this. Yep. That's fine by me. And we got a noise in the ear. And before I read it though, I would really like to just get this running, because all it takes is a few of those and we are off to a cracking start over here. What I could do is just put them on the same belt for now. Like, just have both of them in here. Oh, look at that iron! Jeez, we've got so much iron, it's ridiculous. Alright, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're smelting the copper, we're smelting the iron, it's fantastic. We got some noises in the ear here from Wonder Otter, doing cheers, throwing bits, saying cheer. I'm not sure what I'm doing with these bits. Is all about is all about. Wait, so let me read that again. I'm not sure what cheering with bits is all about, but I like your stuff and probably this benefits you. It does. Excuse me, a little bit of a burp there. Cheering and doing bits is basically like a little miniature donation. So thank you ever so much for doing that. I appreciate it. And of course, I hope you're enjoying the stream. And thank you for your support. Fault Bat says problem. It's now fixed. Now we have 2 problems. That's Factorio. Yeah, in a forward sense though, right? Like the problem is always that you're doing more, and that's a good problem to have. And now I've got more stuff in my inventory. That's fantastic. Okay, so we want to keep creating these just to begin with, because we're going to automate them soon. But there's, you know, gazillion things we could automate. Speaking of which, we should probably. I don't think I need all of this in my inventory right now, so I'll put a couple back. But we should probably get some coal in there. Let's go and grab some coal. See how I do that? Just pinch some like that. That's just the way I roll, you know. Might as well. Wrong one. Wrong one again. Might as well let that use up that so it doesn't clog my inventory. Okay, let's grab all of this. Sweets. Okay, so what I want to do next is grab the potions we made so far, put some in here, put some over there. Now we can start to research stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We can start to think about the things that we want. If we're going to automate stuff, we need an assembling machine. That is something we're going to need. We're also very soon going to need this one right here. So those are our first 2. We're actually going to do this one first though. Okay, so we've started doing that research. Wonderful. Now we just stand around. X mixed belts. Jeez, says Ham. Yeah, it's not that great, I know. Trust me, for the beginning of this, it's not really a big deal. I think we need to make those potions faster, you know. So we're going to make another 2 labs and then make the potions after them. I mean, I guess what I meant to say was do the research faster, right? Yeah, this is actually pretty pants. Like, yes, they're going into the chest, but no, it's not really good enough, is it? Let's start to think about what happens next, okay? Somewhere over here, we're going to create a master belt system. And we're going to give ourselves plenty of room behind us to make changes. So, we should have, I think, 2 iron belts side by side. We'll give it a little bit of space. And 2 copper belts. That's going to be like our master input. Although I do have a question for experts. If we've got any experts watching, should we have 3 iron belts going through our main bus? That is what I am wondering at this point. Only 2 of these are going to be used to begin with, so we'll make it oh, I've run out. I've run out. Let's get those potions down the bottom here. We need to get this research done pretty quick. So we can start doing the next stuff. The good stuff, you know. Kind of works, I guess. Can it do 1 at a time? It does do 1 at a time. For some reason I thought it did 2 at a time. 4 iron and 4 copper is better, says Zarkers. But peeps are all saying 4. Jeez! Now y'all are talking about like the top level of playing this game, but I say let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's just go ham and go for like that top level expert playing. I've never built a bus system that uses 4, so why not? It'll be fun. 4 of each, you're bonkers. 4 iron, 2 copper, someone says. 4 is standard. 8 or 16 is top level. Jeez. Well, I want to do better than I've done before, and I think the most I ever did was 2 of copper. So we'll have 4 of each. I shouldn't really be placing all of these just yet. They're sort of markers for the long run, right? Let's actually be a little bit efficient to begin with. Okay, so we'll make these ones the first ones to go through here. By the way, we've finished our logistics research, which means we have access to splitters and underground belts. That's fantastic. Next bit of research we're doing is that one, so we can start to automate stuff again. Again, there's another way to automate stuff. It's just how this game works. You keep automating. Right, so now we can make... Going to cancel those potions again. We're going to make 5 of those and 5 of those. And then a bunch more of them. Sweet. Also, probably need to pick some of this stuff up. Good stuff. For 1,000 science per minute, 42 iron belts, excluding the need for... now people are saying 2 gap on the bus. Okay. Okay, I've got to make a 2 gap. Jeez. Didn't know this would get so big and complicated. Feel like we should leave a little bit more space around this stuff to maneuver. Let's go like that. Okay, so we've got underground belts. Guess what they do? They run the belts underground. You knew that already, didn't you? Because you're a smarty pants. Right, let's go and maneuver our current belts into these new ones, right? Let's try and get rid of that little bit of iron there as well. Cool, so copper's going to go on top, as you may have suspected. And then we're going to have iron on the bottom. Right, cool little tip. We now got splitters. Splitters are going to be placed in particular positions to maneuver the materials onto both sides of the belts, like that. Okay, you see what it's doing? Wonderful. We could also put some splitters over here to get it on all sides of these belts. In fact, let's do that, since we're doing this crazy belt system. For now, I know later on there'd actually need to be proper inputs. But there we go, we got 4 lots of those. This is craziness, building on this scale. And I'm out of splitters, aren't I? Let's keep those potions rolling in as well. Oh, it's making a lot of stuff to make the splitters. It's making a... Oh, good God, says Sarah. Oh no, it's that balancer, I'm dying. It works, says Ham. Hang on a second. This works, right? This works just fine. That'll get it on both sides. I guess it can probably get... it may not be a perfect way to do it, I guess. But it works. You need a balancer. Okay, so... He's making a fake bus. The shame, says Muppet. Hang on a second. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. This whole stream is going to be chat telling X what to do, says Surfood. Hey, I know how to play this game to some extent. Jeez. So, perhaps what I think this is isn't, but it's doing the job I want it to do for now. I'm guessing you need a certain configuration of these so it actually evenly puts them on either side of the belt, but hey, I'm just trying to make it look cool, you know, to begin with. It'll work. It'll do things. Alright, it won't be the end of the world. It won't be 100% efficient. It'll be 99.97% efficient, okay? And that's good enough for our needs. Look at all those materials we've got sorted now. That's looking wonderful. Alright, automation was finished. What do we want to do next? I'm really not sure. We don't need to worry about defending, so the military stuff will probably lag behind a little bit. So will the walls. They won't be needed. Filter insert will be useful at some point. Not really sure actually what one's that essential. We don't even need armor because we're playing on peaceful mode. So I'm going to do optics because it leads to other things like solar power. More like 60 cent, but okay, says Mirsart. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. Maybe that's not the actual thing I think it is, but hey, it's working, right? It's doing justice. I think it's doing justice. Do I have any more potions in my inventory? We do. I'm going to let that run slow because we don't need to worry about that too much right now. We need to focus on what we're going to do over here. And that, to begin with, is make ourselves... Do I start off by automating belts? Or do I want to go straight into making some more stuff to go on the bus? Let's think about this for a second. I think we should make the gear wheels and the copper wires to begin with. Iron stick. I don't think you ever use that. These two right here. So we can pull some things off of here, send them upwards, and then push them back down onto their own belts. So I think I'm going to have 2. How many belts should I have for... Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm definitely starting to get a bit kerfuffled now. Important question. How many belts should I have for the iron cogs and for the copper cables? Tip, click on a splitter. Is it something to do with this? Setting this up different? I'm aware of that interface. Right. The words are getting all kerfuffled now. For non-Factorio players, everyone is up in arms because you're making a fake throughput. You can't fill up the belts as quickly as you can take from them. Right, but that's not a problem. We're not ready to fill up 4 belts, right? Like, I'm very aware that there's only one line here going into 2. The idea would be in the future we have a smelting setup where the belt gets filled up fully, and then eventually we would do that 4 times over, right? If we get that far. Anyway, in the meantime, it acts like a bus to store lots of materials. Don't bust copper cables. You only need 1 belt of gears. Ah, don't belt cables? It always seemed like that was a good idea to belt the cables. Make copper wire where you need it. Quite a few people are saying that. Alright, okay. Okay then. So what's the first thing we're going to need to automate that needs copper wires? There are the electronic circuits, which I know you need a lot of. And what do we need to make potions first of all? So transport belt and inserter uses electronic circuits. So maybe we do that one first? Copper plate is denser than wire, says the Night Paco. I see what you mean. Gears and circuits are next. Okay, we can do gears downwards. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. And we'll do these circuits going upwards. Alright, so I know what to do here, I think. Chat might start screaming and yelling at me and telling me I'm wrong, but that's okay. So if we give ourselves plenty of space and move outwards, we'll avoid having any kind of retroactive issues. Let's split that and turn it upwards. So we're getting copper up there. The other thing that we need is iron, of course. But we need to turn the copper into copper wire. So we will have inserters moving them onto a belt over here. 1, 2, 3. Now, should I share this belt with iron? Should it be iron and copper wire on one belt together? That would suggest that we need 3 copper cable for every 1 iron, which means 2 belts of copper with 1 of iron. I think that makes sense. So if we had a long-handed inserter, it would put on the far side of the belt. So this needs an iron belt basically pointing straight into it. Right, so somewhere around here we shall do this. Is that right? Am I thinking it properly? Yeah, I am. Let's move it back by 1. When I do all of this, I kind of want to make it a little bit more spacious than I would normally do, so it looks right. Like that. Feed wire into crafter, not belt, says Bagsmith. Oh, that would be a lot better, wouldn't it? 2 copper machines feeding into 1 circuit machine for great efficiency, if you're into that sort of thing. I kind of not bothered by individual, like the efficiency of each little crafting machine. I kind of like throwing stuff on a belt and letting it back up if it need be, but we can do that. Okay, that's an interesting idea. Let's go ahead and create a whole bunch of these then. And our optics research is finished. We'll do something next. Let's do that one. Filter inserter. I've got a feeling that's going to lead us to more types of inserter. Okay then, so according to what chat has said, I'm going to need 2 of those going straight into one of the next one. Please X auto science equals best automation, says the small one. I mean, when it comes to requesting what automation you want to see, bear in mind that there's so much to do. We need to do all of it. Science will come. For every 2 crafter of green circuits, you need 3 wire crafters. Interesting ratio. 3 to 2. Llama is here with a donation. Oh, I forgot to read the last one. In fact, aren't I a few behind? Hamstap. Oh dear, I'm well and truly behind. Naughty Asuma. Hamstap is here, resubscribing for 9 months in a row, saying, knowing our shared love of heavy metal, this baby has a high chance to be an anarchist. Oh, the 9-month baby, got it. Lol, joke. Here's to many more months of fantastic streams if I can wake up in time. Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for the resubscription. Appreciate that. Why does one have to be an anarchist if they're, you know, antichrist? Jeez, if they like heavy metal. I'm not an antichrist. You know, I'm a well-behaved chap and I like heavy metal. Firalol is here resubscribing for 19 months, saying 19 months. I wish everyone a good year to come. And many derps, of course. Many derps indeed. Warble Warp is here with a donation saying, every time I play this game I end up feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. Watching you stream it is surprisingly fun. Well, that's good. Thank you for the donation, buddy. As for feeling frustrated, I think when you play this game, you just got to take things one step at a time and not be too worried about the outcome as long as you can get it to work, you know? Otherwise, you know, if you're going to feel frustrated, what's the point? So apparently it's 3 to 2. So if we have... Do you know what else I'm going to need a lot of? I'm going to need a lot of inserters. I'm going to need a lot of everything, which is why we're going to start automating all of it. So these things would have their inserters or whatever, like so. And then they want to insert into the next machine, I think. So where would the belt go? Why did I want to do... Do you know what I think? I can see why you'd want to put it directly into the next machine. If we put it on the belt, eventually the belt like becomes a limiting factor. So if we put it straight into the next machine, and apparently it's 3 for 2, that doesn't make any sense. Red inserters, says Richie. So we would... That seems slow to me. The key to not getting frustrated is to make sure all your stuff is organised, says Momo. That as well, organisation is good. For me, the simple concept is chuck it on a belt, and then, hey, the belt fills up and you got what you need for the next bit. But playing it this way requires a little bit more thought. So, 3, 2, 1. But copper has its own crafting. Okay, so half a craft time, and that's half as well. So 3 would make 1. I can't really quite do the math. It's 3 for 1, surely. Like 3 ingredients go into it. So that would power the next one of these. Which in my mind means... This is why I'd rather use a belt. If you want to, put it on a belt. Do it. Don't let the chat control you, says Railguard. You know, I know how it works putting it on a belt. So therefore I feel the need to maybe try and think about a different way of doing it. Can anyone in chat give us maybe a bit of an explanation of why we might want to do it differently? Joe Mama says, oh my god, a hermit playing Factorio. God bless the world we live in. Impulse and Tango played it as well. Champion says X, don't listen to chat and make your own mistake. I'm well and truly open to listening to chat. I just need to figure it out for myself, right? Like I need to understand what they mean. If I try and just do what they say, it will go wrong. You make 2 copper cables per craft. Ah, Mort, you got it. 2 per craft. Okay, so if we have 2 of these pointing into the next one, that's cool. So that's the way they could feed directly into the next one. These 2 would always supply that one with what it needs. Where does this then get its iron from? Can we use underground belts to jump like that? Okay. So if the next one was here, that would be a very different way of doing things. Okay, and now does this line up? Like, does it repeat? That is in line with that belt there. I think it does. Sweet. That actually repeats perfectly. Okay. So that would be a way for us to... I like that. I like that. That's cool. Let's come back to this spot. Make it too wide then, because we're not sharing the resources. So our belt of iron can continue going that direction. Okay, that appears like it might work. We would then need inserters to take these out and put them onto a belt. which, bear in mind, will need to be 2 belts, and I think I've got a really cool way in which we could make our next 2 belts of materials. Straight away though, this is a little bit too close to this over here, so we'd want a gap of 2, right? Maybe for... I've already managed to make a mistake, basically. Gap of 2 between each set of resources. I'm going to put a gap of 1 here. We don't always have to do things exactly how other people think. Right, so we want to fill up 2 belts full of those circuits. We can have one of those belts here, and the next one right alongside it. But maybe it's a good idea to have a gap in between. So if we look at what we just built like it's a module, and then we do that twice, then we've got loads of circuits coming in. Can anyone tell me why I needed a gap of 2 between? Because maybe I should make that decision now. It means we have to tear up this first module, but that's fine. Bagsmith says you can out a long arm, and in the future you just need to add a second, and it will always keep up. Well, I think all we got right there makes sense to me. I'm not sure where that long arm would go, but that looks alright. Ah, underground belts. Thank you for the explanation, peeps. That is a good reason, isn't it? I get it, I get it. Okay, so we will in fact go 1 higher. Underground belts are the reason. You need 2 underground belts together. See, I always put my underground belts sideways, but it makes sense to do it that as well. I guess it would make sense to have 2 between this in case we ever needed to run a belt for it, right? Don't think we would, but we're going to play this with lots of space everywhere, just in case. Okay, so that means that we're going to shift all of this like up a block? No, we're going to take out the first module and... Oh, I could use a blueprint right about now, actually. I wonder if the blueprint can be mirrored. That would be cool. Okay, so in preparation of scaling up what we're doing, let's make 4 of those, or sorry, 20, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 of those. Okay, so that is our first successful little unit. Let's put in these as well. Is there a good way to hit everything? Not really. We're just going to go like that. Okay, that does actually hit everything, but only with 3. Now, blueprints we haven't even looked at yet, and I've only used this briefly myself, so let's try and make it work. If I do new blueprint and I zoom out and I go like this, okay, then no, I think you have to be off the screen as well, like that. Okay, we've just created a blueprint. That's cool. Yep, I'm right, and we need a design for it. Let's go put copper on there. Copper wire somewhere. Did I just do it? Oh, I pressed a button. That might have been bad. Drop here to export blueprint to library. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do or not. Okay. Wait. Uh-oh. I think I goofed. Oh, jeez, I probably goofed. Let's try it again. Right, let's choose that icon and then... Right, edit label, let's call it copper. Then we click create blueprint. Nice. We'll do that to begin with, you know. Let's just go crazy. We're going to have fun going crazy with this game. Should probably automate, like, some more stuff a bit first. We don't have to build it all today, I guess. Yeah, because that's just me wasting loads of belts at this point. So maybe we'll get 2 of these going. Let's also power it. This thing can probably be ready to go. So if I tell it to do copper, and copper again, and then this one we tell it to do that. It's got everything it needs. Right? It's not taking... Ha! Ah, that means my blueprint is technically all wrong, but that's fine. When I place that there, it does place it the new way around. That's cool. Yeah, we're not going to do all of that right now, though. We're going to do 2 more, I think, and then mirror it on the side. So the thing to look for is a mirror this. Beard Forces X, do you have a Let's Play Factorio together server? I will happily set one up if on the server if peeps in my community want to play it. We just need to organise a bit of who's in charge on there or whatever, because playing Factorio together, that's a bit tricky, isn't it? But yeah, I'll definitely get one of those set up. Should be pretty easy because it doesn't use a lot of resources. Anyway, Lalamos here with a donation saying, "Tell false, I said gnome alone, thanks." Llama, I believe I read your message out in chat earlier. I probably will forget to tell false gnome alone, but I'm guessing something happened on a stream. There's some sort of reference. You've got to be in the know with these things, right? Thank you for your donation, buddy. I appreciate it. Okay, let's continue putting in the blueprints. We're going to do the first. Now, that don't look the same. Is it me? It changes the ghost imprint of the one behind it when you go to place it. That's really bizarre. Okay, there's the first three, I guess, that we're doing. Let's get our underground belt going up to here. Sweet, and now we put in all of these. One over there, one over there. This thing gets to go downwards. Ah, slight problem. As cool as this is, it only puts it on one side. So actually, in theory, what we need is the same thing pointing into the same belt. So it loads up the opposite side. I think. So in order to have two belts of these, maybe we need two of these modules. I don't know entirely how it works. I am starting to wonder though, maybe I should have made like some more hotchpotch kind of stuff to begin with, so we could automate making belts and whatnot. I could still do that. Not everything has to be done perfectly. Alright, by the way, we're an hour into the stream, and it's people's favourite part of the stream where they like me to look away. Can you believe it? I'm looking away from the stream, and I'm encouraging you not to watch the stream. Can you believe it? I can believe it. But why? Why is the question? The answer to the question is your eyes. They need a break from looking at the bright lights. Those doctors, I'm doing the old routine. Those doctors, they say 5 minutes for every hour. So I'm just taking a short little bit of time to look away from the screen here. While I finish my mocha. And that's it, officially finished. Going to wash it down with some water. So yeah, anyway, this is just your eye reminder to give your eyes a rest. There's nothing going on the screen, don't worry about it. And I'm not going to take the full 5 minutes, I'm streaming. I'm entertaining people. Don't those doctors know I've got a job to do? Sweet, alright, there we go. We got these things on the track, and I would like to continue with this project. So let's open up our blueprint library. Oh, there it is. Okay, this thing. Is there like a M? What happens if I press M for mirror? No, M is map. Options. Controls. There's nothing specific for blueprints. Blueprints book. Blueprint book. Is there a rotate or flip? R for rotate. F is not for flip. You can't mirror, says Zarkers. Okay, thanks. You need a mod for that. We need a mod. Someone get on making that mod. We can, however, just kind of build it from I, sort of parallelish. Parallelish. That's cool. That's kind of fast as well. Okay, so our belts would go there and here. Sweet. All good and hood so far. Placed it wrong. Right, and now those power cables. We're going to need more of those. Okay, so you are actually there. That's fine. It looks a little bit like messy now, all this stuff getting filled up, but that's cool. And that is the whole thing mirrored, I believe? Wow, that was quick. I need more belts. More so than I need those. And we're out. Right, so that's going to do everything. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to need another splitter in front of that. Am I? No, I'm not out of splitters. I can see one down there. And I know what y'all are thinking now. That's not a proper throughput, but yeah, that's fine. It'll do. Okay, so the iron's going up. And then we need the same thing over here, right? From the copper. Excellent. It's all going very good. Nope, the copper comes from over here. Maybe it'll still be okay. Ah, so this is why peeps like the underground belts too wide, right? So I should take out all of this. I see how it is. Oh, so you're actually in the wrong place. Maybe that's in the wrong place as well. That's actually part of the main belt thing. Okay, that's cool. But then it needs a splitter, so actually it's going to go a little bit close. Well, that's fine. Alright, that one connects. And where would this one connect? Literally there to there. How am I one short? That is what I want to know. How can I be one short? Oh, because there's another one, right, that needs doing. So that should be an underground belt. I need another bit. Like that. Is that all proper? Is that all good and decent? I should hope so. Two-space gap is nicer to go underground, says Richie Boss. Yes, it is. It looks a little cleaner, doesn't it? Right. I think this was a bit overkill for this stage of the game, but we now have quite a powerful electronic circuit production going on here. I should be taking these. I should be taking them and making them into something else. What's next? We've got to do iron cogs. And Peeps said that we need 2 belts of iron cogs, which sounds crazy to me. Doom Boss says, hey X, that's not a proper through. Okay, sure, do it wrong. I know it's not proper, we're just getting started. When we go back and build a proper input for all of this, it'll already be in place for everything to work. Oh, do you know what I never placed? Bit of a derp. Forgot about those ones. How's that possible? Wait a minute, is there more stuff here I forgot? Iron. You're facing the wrong way. You're facing the wrong way. You don't know what you're doing. Okay, you're still facing the wrong way. And you are. Huh. There we go. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Alright. How old is this world, says Tars. I mean, this is day 1. Like, it's as old as the stream is. X, the inserters for iron were put on the wrong way. Oh, I read that one too late, didn't I? Will this be a YouTube series or just streaming, says Tommy. It'll be a streaming thing that will be on YouTube, which is confusing, I know. I know. Okay, next thing we're going to do then is do these cogs, and this one should be super simple. It should be all about the belt, right? Let's go have a look. Yeah, just iron. Right, so I think what we're going to do is somewhere down here. Bear in mind there's actually water in the way. Let's do it where the water wouldn't get in the way, which is around here upwards. So we should actually start that project much further along. Right, can I have some belts, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do this from the bottom side. We're going to feed it downwards. Not like that, though, with a splitter. The way I wanted to do this would put that in the middle. So, actually, this is where the stuff is going to come back up and form some sort of new belt system somewhere around here. Okay, so we'd have inserter, then we'd have the thing in the middle, inserter, and then belt would come down here. Which means our splitter is going to go just in front of it. And again, I know it's not a proper setup, but that's fine. It's not going to get in the way of what we're doing to begin with. Gotta trust me on this stuff. Don't put stuff under your bus. It's going to need expansion in the future, says Josina. I think I know what you mean, actually. Well, if we look at this, since that thing there is done, why don't we actually do it going upwards then? Because I know what you mean. There'll be other stuff we need to bring into the system, like pipes, and we'll put them down here. So if we always go upwards, we leave that for more important things later on. Okay, in which case, we'll split around here. No, we won't, because we need the downwards one first. Right, so the downwards one, we'll put 2 in between. Downwards one is like that. One for the inserter. 1, 2, 3, inserter. Belt goes upwards. Okay, so we need those 4 belts in place again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just so we got some visual markers. Okay. We're going to go put that in line with that. Sweet. Turn it to the side, and then we can have our underground belts. Like that. So now we're feeding iron up into that space. Wonderful. X, you should do 8 belts iron, 4 copper, 2 green chips, 2 red chips, 2 plastic, 1 blue. Hang on, we're getting way ahead of ourselves now. That looks kind of great. Greenery in the middle of the desert, says 2K18. It's just shrubbery. It's fine. Although, if we zoom out, where is this greenery? Not that green, is it? Potato Thin is here subscribing. Potato Thin, thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying today's stream. 700 peeps came out to check out the Factorio. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you doing that. If you're enjoying what you see, hit the follow button. We'll be doing a lot of Factorio in the coming weeks. Right, so somewhere around this area, the belts are going to go back down. I don't know really where the cogs should be. I was going to put them underneath the iron. But I guess we don't need too much space. So I'll start the machine about here. And we'll do as many as I apparently have crafted, which is that many. And coming back over to this side, we'll do it like this. Ah, we need a load of those crafted. Of course we do. Of course we do. Go watch False Cook, says Asing Yalama. Is False doing a cooking stream? That sounds super cool. X, do you play some good music on the guitar today? Says Beard Thor. I haven't played the guitar like hardly ever lately. Totally kind of just zonked out on it. Alright. Oh, you say follow if you like the stream, and all of a sudden all I can hear are the follow noises in here. Thank you everyone for following. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm planning on playing this a lot. That's all I can say. Wow, that was the wrong way around, wasn't it? Clearly. So basically, whenever this stuff like is finished doing something, I should just keep coming back in here and crafting up more stuff over and over again, because we're going to need all of it. So this is going to be my iron cog factory. I've got no idea how efficient this is, but this is just the way I want to do it. And if you got a problem with that, that's quite alright. You can have a problem with it. I don't mind. Right, let's go. And there's like a shortcut for placing the same recipe in all of these machines, and I don't know what it is. I couldn't find it in the controls. No playing guitar, says Jess. I've fallen out of favour with it. Like, I put so much time and energy and passion into it, and then it just became unsustainable, and it really kind of like, I kind of crashed and burned from it, you know. Just need to take an extended break at this point. Right, let's try. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so we're going to leave a gap of 2, as we would do. 1, 2, and then that can become our first iron cogs one down there. Oh, and we also got to connect the other one to the same thing, but that's going to be super easy, because we shall do it right here. Like that. You'll see how it works. You'll see how it works. It'll be dandy. It'll be swell. What other ancient words can I use? Scene says no moderators. I think Estelian is here. I saw Estelian earlier. Here they go. Doing their thing, peeps. They're doing their thing. Did I get it all right? Look at that. Cogs on both sides of the track. I know what I'm doing. They said I was doing it wrong. You can't go wrong on this game if you're producing stuff. Right, that's terrific. Okay, let's get this belt filled up with more of those electronic green circuits that we like so much. How cool is that, peeps? We're doing a good job on our factory so far. All of this can be expanded. That's wonderful. Let's check the power here. 2 megawatts. I think that's actually pretty close to our limit. Or maybe not. It just jumped up a bit. And you can see now the iron has started to slow down to its actual speed, which is the speed of all of it coming off of here. That's why it's not a proper throughput, but that's fine. We're making tons of cogs. The cogs are now backing up, which means the iron will then eventually back up. Can we say bring back rads? That'd be pretty rad. You know what I'm saying? Says Exoskeleton. We can bring back rad. I like the sound of that. Okay, so now we got one of those, one of these. What do we use those together for? We can use them to make this right here, an inserter. We can use iron and... See, I think around here it would be smart to make some hodgepodge at this point. Who needs... What was the word from earlier? Hodgepodge? Doohickeys. Let's make some doohickeys. Right, there is a quite simple doohickey here that I've noticed. How we've not decided to doohickey it already is beyond my comprehension. I mean, it's staring me, it's literally staring me in the face. What we could do here. We should also take some of these in our inventory since we're still crafting. If we go and slap that right down there and put a power here. Let's put a power here. Right, come on, power. Come from somewhere, please. Okay. Guess what this can make, peeps? You'll never guess it. It can make... Oh, do you know what? We do need a proper setup, but this will help. This will help big time. This one will be able to make belts just like that, and then we can put them into a chest. Actually, we should have made an iron chest. Yeah, I want all the belts, so we'll have... Oh! Suggested tutorial! What's that? Oh, I don't know if I want to click that. I don't know if I want to click that. What if it interferes the game we're playing with? Token Good Bud says Factorio, capital letters. X, you genuinely need a full belt of iron going in currently. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, look, we're building the setup, okay? We're getting the things automated. When we got more stuff automated, we'll come back here and sort out the inputs. There's always something you can be doing, and I'm not terribly concerned about doing it in the most effective possible way, you know? Right, talking about the doohickeyness, let's do another doohickey over here. Jeez, I'm liking this. Let's go do that, and then this, and then another one of those. Some of these, some of those, you know how it goes. Let's limit this to that though. Right, we should also limit the last one a bit, I think. Let's not go overboard. Let's make underground belts in that one. Right, the doohickey is real. So, now we've automated those. That's brilliant. That's brilliant right there. I mean, they were talking about all kinds of crazy stuff up here with this crazy setup, but this is the real genius. Now we just got that being made for us. What about the inserters? Do we have a place where these things are all close together? Yes, we do, ladies and gentlemen. We do indeed have a little bit of space where they're all close together. But not quite the right amount of space. That is most unfortunate. I want a doohickey here. How can I make this work? It's kind of hard to see doing that without some ugly funkiness. I think we should have some ugly funkiness in our base at the moment. I think is what it really needs. So if we do that and put our chest over here, okay, and then you're going to hate me for this. Oh, I can hear your anger already. What are you doing? Don't do that. Okay, now let's go and put a... I'm liking the doohickey style way more than this carefully balanced, clever stuff. I mean, look how much I've done in 2 seconds compared to what we did before. Why can't you make... Do you need the next type? Free... Okay, research. I have not done this in ages. How do I get the next level of automation? Where is it in the... Oh, if I go up here and type automation. We've done that one. Now we want the second one. Sweet. 80 potions, peeps. Let's research it. We need this one first. Let's research it. What else do I need before that one? Have I done that one? Where's the research? But I'm confused. What's going on? Where's the research button? Why can't I research it? I don't get it. I don't get it. What's going on? That Jared says the amount of trigger you just triggered. One splitter would have done the job, says Menno. Oh, that's a great idea. Use a splitter. I like it. I like it. We'll use one splitter then. But seriously, why can't I click research there? Time needed. One science pack. You already are doing it. Oh, I'm already doing it. Yeah. Oh, jeez. What a derp. Oh, what a goofball. Why can't I do that? Because you're already doing it, you numbnuts. Right. Let's do that. Get rid of this. Make the people happy. The people are happy now, right? You all better be happy. Let's go make some potions. That's what we should really be doing. Automating potions now. So we got cogs. Maybe the next component is potions. So then we have the cogs and the copper to feed the potions. Jeez, the amount of derp emotes in chat right now. You almost hurting my feelings. Luckily, I don't have any when it comes to derp. I've just accepted that that's the way I am. Okay, now let's go and put our belts in place for the next project, which is going to be potions, right? Now, I would put both things onto one belt, but I know how chat works. Should I have 2 belts of materials or 1? Chat, please tell me. Please tell me what to do. For thee have way more wisdom than I. Right, I'm going to take all of those. And I'm going to take those, and you're still going to fill up a whole bunch more. Sweet. Hey X, you haven't activated the fabricator. What is the fabricator? I don't have any feelings, says Asuma. When it comes to derps, okay? I've just given up on any hope that I'll ever be derp free. I've accepted it. This is how my brain is. I'm cool with it. You need at least 8, says Kale. 2. So, wait, what was I asking again? Do 1 belt, someone said. 1. But lots of people are saying 1 belt. The split for the chips is pointed in the wrong direction, says Cass. I don't think that matters because the inserter is just going to pick it off the line, basically, is what it's going to do. Okay, keep making those sciences. Keep doing all the science. That's all I can say right now. Keep doing all the science. Let's go check out our amazing setup again. This game reminds me of Mindustry. Sounds like, just by the name alone, it sounds like it's a similar game. Okay, so what do we need for these? Yep, I got the right one in mind. Bring those over here. Underground belts for the win. And I don't think I've ever said for the win on a stream before. Has anyone ever heard me say for the win? It just, as I said it, it occurred to me, that is not part of my vocabulary. I don't say for the win. When have I ever said that before? Jeez, the things you say on stream. It's that right there. So we need those iron cogs. We need that iron coggage going on next. Lots of people are saying no. Just a minute ago, yes, says BMW Green. Alright, Smarty Pants, calm down. Again, what was it? Yeah, it was iron cogs. So the next belt is this one here. 1 over from where we currently are. Which is that. To that spot. There it is. Excellent. What I could have maybe done is actually put this through the middle, like that. That might have been a better idea. Is that a good way to do things? I really don't know. Is there like a benefit to that? Also, is it balanced? It needs 1 of each, so it could have long inserters on either side. What do you reckon, peeps? Should we move it over so that it's got 2 sets on either? I like doing that. I'm going to do that. I like it when we've got 2 on each side. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Now our potions are on the outside. That's fine. Gonna have them come across. Gonna have, let's do it exactly the same as that side. Gonna have that there. Right, so inserters. Then belt 1, belt 2, inserters. And does that put us here? I should have put these belts in place. No, I went one too soon, but that's fine. Yeah, I think it's better to do it this way. Right, let's go back to the building. The building board? What is the building board? Nobody knows. Nobody knows these things that I say. I just say them. Perfect. Perfect timing. Okay, so then that would be the end of one, right? This is where I need to build it out from down here. So I think it's like that. But I could be wrong. Nope, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. Sweet. Alright, that's going to be cool. We got a new subscriber here with Amazon Prime. It's Builder XT. Builder XT, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the day's stream and having a good time hanging out with us, as we totally don't do derps. Let's go pick up some more belts. Yes, all of the belts. I will have them. I will have them all. X, you can use both sides of the belt, says Ham. I know, but I want to do it with 2 belts so we can have a crazy throughput on it. Right, let's go put that in there. Split all of this research up. And keep making potions. Because why not? X, you can... Oh, wait, it's the same. Literally the same message I picked out. Almost done crafting potions, says Jimbo. Yes. We are almost done. Do I have the ability to make them? I do have the ability to make long-handed inserters. Did we ever get this thing going? No. What a derp. How could I forget? Oh, yeah, there's a reason why it's not going. There is a very good reason. Okay, so let's pick up all of that. I think I'm out of the raw iron that we had in our inventory from the get-go. Because, yeah, I need a bunch of it now. That's more like it. Okay, that is a whole bunch. Let's cancel the... cancel those things. Oh, we finished our research, peeps. That means we can start on the next one, the crucial one. That's what we need right now. After we made these inserters, we're going to need all 8 of those, I think. Be nice to have those in first, actually. So let's go with our power, which is going to be needed on either side. Kind of all over the place. It's going to be needed. So we go 1, 2, 1. So it's always going to be at the top of the little thing, the power area. And we need to go chop down some trees, which is about the only thing in this game you don't actually automate, I believe, is the chopping of the tree. I'm probably wrong on that. Alt, click and drag inputs the held items into the inventory you are clicking. Is that, what is that for? Alt, click, drag inputs. What is that in relation to? Bulb Charge says, does anyone know if he keeps playing this over multiple streams or just this one? I'm going to play it for the next few weeks over multiple streams. Okay, that's the wrong area, you know. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you're in the wrong place. Okay, now we're going to do that, going up here. Wonderful. And let's keep on with these. Sweet. Okay, so now with 30 of each of these, we are going to put the reds on the bottom. Ah, I love this song. I think this song we're listening to right now is from the original game. Like, because the soundtrack got changed and a couple of tracks got removed at one point. Could be mistaken. There was just this one old song in the soundtrack that was really fantastic. I loved it. And it's no longer in the soundtrack. Cool, that's looking good. Let's go sort out the outputs. 2 together like that. And do you know how I should always keep making something in my inventory? I don't even have anything in mind, but we should definitely be making something. Maybe those potions. Okay, now we just need a cable in the middle to hook all of this up together. Actually, what we need is cables like that. And we still need more. You can mine trees with robots, says Akam. Oh right, awesome. I can't wait to get to the robot stuff. That's really cool, that part of the game. Okay, so do I alt-click the next one? Is that what that message was about? Ooh, apparently I... No, it did. Control click? I'm sure there's a way to transfer, like... Okay, alt right click? No. I don't know. Shift. Someone's saying it's shift. Ah! Oh, finally! Shift right click. Oh, thank you. Thank you, person in chat. Semix, Ham, and Richie Boss. Thank you for sharing that. I spent ages trying to figure out what that was before, and now I know. So over on this side, this should actually go straight down at this point. And then the other one will connect to it from there. Okay, let's go get in those underground belts. Sweet, now we need to get those to some labs, right? And I think we'll just put the labs down here. It can be quite temporary. We can move them around nice and easy. Or we could have this belt go up and put it up above, but that kind of goes against the principle of how to lay out these things. We've got a noise in the air. I'm going to read it in just a second. Let's continue. Is that correct? Yep. We're getting this to its destination. Okay, and then temporary lab setup will be here. So we need those inserters, and then we need our labs. Let's actually make more labs, which would require... Sweet. And it wants cogs, which I could have picked up, and that would have made making it a little quicker, but that's fine. Where did I put the labs? Down here? Music is super creepy and awesome, says Hamstap. It's atmospheric, I love it. It's so good. Milo, WG is here doing cheers and throwing bits, saying cheer. Well, thank you ever so much for the bits. No message to that. I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you ever so much for your support, and I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Here's a cool thing that you can do, peeps, that you might not be aware of. I'm sure all the Factorio pros will not be impressed. Actually, let's do it like this. We're going to need... Wait a minute, I'm doing this all wrong. I'm going to put you back by one. I'm going to put 4 in a row, have a space, and then have another 4. Okay, now check this out. We're going to do little groups of them like that. And this can be picked up and put back down again super easy, so it's no issue. And then connect it all together. And look at that! Look at that right there. We got 8 of them rolling together. Amazing. Not so impressed as Ham. Shut up! You're very impressed. Berserker Guy says, by the way, you can click with your mouse wheel on the hotbar to lock the items into that slot. That will make it much easier to use the hotkeys to get specific items you want. That is a genius tip, Berserker Guy. You can click with your mouse on the wheel on the hotbar. Right, I would love to have belts always there. Nice. Nice. We need that double hotbar soon. That's what we need. Now that I can make better use of it. But that requires the next type. Should we work on steel or turrets? I just don't know. I just don't know what one to do next. We'll do steel. But that is sweet right there. That is absolutely sweet. We've got this going. We could perhaps... Whoa, hang on a minute. We've got electricity problems. And it coincided with creepy noises. What does this mean? Let's go grab those 3 steam engines that I never... Oh, did I make the wrong thing? No, I didn't. Let's go grab these. We never actually placed them. Apparently 1 boiler to 2 of these is the way to go. Okay, and that may just solve our problems. Right, we've done steel. Now we're going to do fluids. Let's get the fluids rolling. Keep those potions rolling in. That's wonderful. So here's the thought. It looks like it might back up on one side more so than the other, which is why it might be a good reason to do this. and to therefore shimmy ones from the opposite side onto this side here. Now that means it won't back up on one side and stop these ones making them while those ones do. But that's like a buffering thing more than anything else. J-Man Explorer, thank you for the tea reminder. I don't actually need one, but I'll drink some water because I got water with me. Alt left click with iron in your hand on a chest or assembly machine to pull all of the iron in your hand in the chest or assembly machine. Alt left click. Right, I've got loads of copper. If this does what I think it does, that's awesome. So if I go all the way back here, although these are probably all full up, right? Yeah, they've all got 100 in each. Maybe like the ones at the end don't. So if I alt left click, do I have to hold the iron? Oh, that doesn't seem to do it. Okay, never mind. I didn't understand that, did I? But while we're here, I just dump some of this stuff back in. It may help a little bit, just reduce the clutter. Not that I have very much. I've also got some potions that we'll go chuck into the research. So far, we are doing excellent, basically. You know, this is just the best Factorio game ever. I know, we're doing wonderful. It's because we're playing on peaceful that it just makes doing all of this really nice and straightforward. We've got no backing up issues, but then again, we're not really like doing anything proper yet, so that's fine. Actually, that being said, you can see iron is being strained for the cogs. So once the cogs back up, then the iron here will back up. But that's a sign we need to work on our iron input. And I don't really want to work on that again until we get much further into the tech tree of research. So let's open up our research tech tree. What I want to get to is electronic furnaces. And I believe you need to go quite a ways in to find it. Let's... Ooh, advanced. What's that do? Electric furnace. Oh, that's the one that I want. So we need to get steel furnace. And then we need to get that one. So we need the first 3 types of science. Now, we're quite a ways away from that. We'll probably be expanding our current iron production then by the looks of it. We might as well go do that now, I think. Cats is in chat saying, lol, that's good. I'm going to moderate a lot because I'm on my phone. Oh, you're not going to moderate. Why do I leave out the keyword? The keyword. Cats, welcome to the stream. Ponybus is here as well saying, I still have no idea what's happening in this game. I'm just happy to be here. Have I not explained it well enough? I've tried my best. I've tried my best to make it understandable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's expand both of these by 6. Do I have enough inserters? Should we go check up on... Oh, yeah, we never upgraded our inserter, right? So if I grab all of this iron, and then I grab some more of the iron, and then I grab all of that, sitting there doing nothing. Lazy iron, just sitting around doing nothing, is it? Let's go head up here to the hodgepodge bit. Cool. Right, we have upgraded it, and we're going to make it make inserters. And those inserters are going to go into this chest. Wonderful! Automatic inserting. X, you need to calm down, says Cats. I will never calm down. No, I probably do. I'm getting overly excited at the moment. That should be in that slot, shouldn't it? Let's go pick up more belts. We're going to need more belts. Woo! Lots and lots of belts in there, isn't there? Jeez. Berserker Guy says, if anyone has questions in chat regarding this game, don't be afraid to at me and ask. I love seeing new players and want to help as much as I can. There you go. Berserker Guy in chat is offering to answer your questions. Because he loves this game so much. I feel the same way, to be honest. I think this is just such a well done game. Like a real kind of beautifully developed game that, you know, it knows what it is and it does it wonderfully well. Okay, is that actually correct? I don't think it is. Let's get this thing rolling. And we're out. And we're out. Okay, so then the power cables go... Is that right? Yep, just always to the side and then in the middle. Okay, so now everything there is doing iron. That's wonderful. We don't really need it for copper, but we'll expand it nonetheless. Let's go put in those things, of which we definitely need more. Iluf Cat says, Pony doesn't even understand Minecraft. Oh, jeez. I won't get involved. I won't get involved. There'll be violence. Excellent. Look at that. Okay, so we've increased it by 60%, I think. Petsa says, Q allows you to pick from your inventory whatever your mouse is over. Ah, cool. Did not know that. That's another cool one. There's so many of these keys that I need to like get in my head and remember, right? Fluid handling is being researched. That's terrific. We kind of need to get on the green potions before long if we're going to make some real progress. So we need to automate the creation of belts and inserters. Now, for the long run, should I get that second set of electronic circuits set up? I kind of feel like we don't until later. Like, we'll be fine with one for now. We've got room to make it 2. So... Asuma, will you play Satisfactory, says Sioma. Yeah, probably. So I'm thinking... I think it will expand our cogs and our other ones maybe a little bit later. You don't need to yet, says Riley. Okay, that's cool. Gonna thank yourself later, says Techno. What, for doing it now? Right, let's just get some of these other ones out of the way because they can be done. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab all of these belts. Not all of them. In fact, we're probably making a stupid amount there for our hodgepodge. Let's do this. I know it's not useful to do this right now, but I kind of want to look at this thing with all of those belts in place. Because we got stupid amounts of belts. That's what we got. We have belts aplenty. If you look at it now, though, I think we're just splitting it up even further and taking it away from where it's needed. That might have been a terrible decision. Let's just get it going to the top line, because that's the only place the iron gets used, isn't it? Richie Boss says, more iron! More iron! We can do more. Let's do that next. Let's actually check on this thing. It looks like we could easily get away with putting... Oh, wait a minute. Ah, okay, something has happened. Right. In order to make those, we're going to go pick up some supplies. So we need to expand our miner drills. Let's go expand them everywhere. Just do a big batch of it. Okay, that's probably a plentiful amount. Let's get loads of those. Now we need the raw iron. 11. We'll take a bit more than that. Oops. I think I did a bad thing there. 15. Let's take that many. Elissa Barron says, plays peaceful, research is military. Hey, I still want to make weapons and shoot stuff, you know. The aliens are still out there. We're still going to have to destroy their bases. I mean, it's fun. We get to do that out of choice. They only attack when... Like, they only attack back when attacked, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's go grab our miner drills. Let's first of all make sure that coal is going to be able to keep up. That is probably the key ingredient of all of this. This thing's pretty much done, isn't it? Don't need that anymore. Okay, and what we will do is have these ones facing that direction from that height. And then do another 3 just like that. I think I'm actually going to need to make more. Oh, that one's literally mining nothing. Never mind. So we might be officially overproducing coal, but that's fine if we are. Copper certainly doesn't need any help, does it? Copper's doing just dandy. Where is the iron? The iron is below us. I'm going the wrong way. So we're going to massively expand this one now. Okay. Let's get rid of these things. They're old news. Space it out by 2. How many of these do I have? Oh, it literally tells me. I should have done one more. Let's do it up here. Okay, and then bring them down from here, upwards. Nice! Very nice! Let's go check our research. Let's do the walls. X research light, says Ham. I wanted to put in a mod where you didn't have the day-night cycle, but maybe I could do that instead. Would you all be cool with that, having a mod so we didn't have day-night cycle? Or do you think I should just put lights in? And we got a noise in the ear. It's cheers and bits from none other than Iluvcats, aka Factorio. Oh, I get it. You're making a factory. That's why it's called Factorio. I'm probably the only one who understood that, says Cat. Cats, your genius is just not understood by normal people. It's a cryptic clue, but you are indeed correct. I know, even though we tell people, they probably won't understand that that's what Factorio means. It means factory, but, you know, we can try. We can try and explain to these simpletons. Let's, yeah, it really is pointless doing this stuff, but I want to get all the red ones out of the way and then focus on the next ones. Right, so we really should do a better job now, because we're putting in a solid line of this stuff, and it should reach further along. How far can it reach? We're about to find out. It will start to run out. And it looks like it's not going to run out here. It's actually going to back up. So let's expand this with another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Just do the same thing again. Expand. And hope it's good enough. Cats, thank you ever so much for the bits. I appreciate it as always. Let's get these things rolling here. Sweet. Okay, nice expansion. Now let's check the output, because at some point it might have so much iron on the belt that it stops the ones at the end putting theirs on. So we're going to stand here for a second. 15 Flatron has subscribed with Amazon Prime. 15 Flatron, thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate that and hope you enjoy the stream today. Surprise Tolba says, X, here's your command. See game player surface. Oh, right, there's a command for it. I'm going to research that before I type it on stream. Just make sure I know what I'm doing, right? Down here, by the way, I think we're going to need more coal on the belt. So let's make that happen. And you need power. Of course you need power. There we go. Everyone needs power. And then over here we're doing fine. So we're getting that coal sorted out now. Or are we? No, it looks like we're not getting the coal sorted out, because I did it the wrong way round. Right, now these ones are ones that you do over and over again at the same level, I think. Actually, it says 1, then 2, then 3. So I think that's where you start to do them over and over again. So maybe you'd actually do all of those once at that level. So we'll do that. Okay, can you see how the throughput is kind of throttled here? That's a bit of a problem. Here's how we fix it. We're going to expand this again. So we're going to come back to around here. And we're going to put in a splitter. A splitter, mate! And then do that. So now there should be room for it coming through. Lots and lots of room. There might be an... Hang on, there's another trick to this. Wait. Left. Oh, look at that. I can move it all over onto that side. So I can make this actually really quite long. Well, as far as this bit down here can send it, we can make it that long. Huh. I didn't think of that. Because without it, you can't send as many. Some of you understand what I'm on about. Iluvcat says, I made that output of night, but ages ago, only one person found out. Which output is this? Someone says it takes 43 furnaces on each side of the belt. That's cool. I guess someone's crunched the numbers and figured stuff out, right? Now over here, though, it messes it up and puts too much on one side. Huh. Maybe, is this even if I go and put another one here? Like, is that a proper way to get things done, or am I just goofing about there? Kind of looks like I might just be goofing about, but it's doing something. It's helping. It's helping get the iron through, so that's good. Nice. That's looking really good now. I am definitely going to do this. I want those things to back up. That's good. X, stop, that doesn't help, says Ham. Well, it does a little bit, right? Like, it's working. It's sort of doing the job, even if I'm not doing it properly. Okay, so we've expanded iron. We could, look, we could go so much further with the iron ore here. That's crazy. I didn't expect it to go that well. Maybe we can get closer to that 34. Let's just go ham and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. And that means that I probably need to make a whole bunch more of these, right? Which we started automating. Should go grab that. Okay, so we've made some preparations to get more iron in here. And we were doing that so we can make the second level of science potion, which I'd really like to actually get done before the end of this stream. So maybe we should focus on that next. What did I come over here to check? Inserters? Where are the inserters? They're up here. Hey X, I think you'll get to build a train this stream. Oh no, I don't think so. I really don't get... I'm not very good with the trains either. So when we get to that, we'll be doing some serious learning curve stuff. Anyway, this is going to be our last little expansion for now. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to go get some trees. Oh, I can't see. Are there any trees over here? What are those? Those look like trees. Let's go wreck them. Get wrecked, tree. That's what you get for existing. Okay. Let's keep doing all of the basics. Wild Max Plays says, hey Rex, it's me again to remind, do you remember me? If not, then I will be your India's tour guide. Wild Max, there are so many peeps in the stream, there's so many names to remember, I can't remember them all, but welcome back to the stream. Let's go ahead and make those. We'll get some more trees eventually. Alright then, so like that, like that, and then this. Put in those belts and we're good to go. Sweet! We have got iron for days, months, weeks and years. Don't forget about the years. Look at it all backing up. That looks glorious! Glorious! Where are my belts? Why are my belts in the wrong spot? Let's go grab a couple hundred of those and finish doing this. Right, so it's time for the next level of thing. It's time for the next level of thing, peeps. That's what it's time for. That's looking good. That is looking real good. Okay. So we need to make belts and we need to make inserters. So once again, we're probably going to have a couple of little setups on the top level. Should I put the belts and inserters onto their own belt, or should they share one together? What do you all think? Or should we not even bother with a belt? So those are the two things that we need to make up the top here, and how should we do it? One belt for each, or share a belt, or not even have a belt? Build them on site, that kind of thing. Captain Knack, they get posted on my second channel. After these streams are done, they get posted on the second channel. Professor Saltbow says, I hear X says he needs tree, and I think of how much X likes Hermitcraft for Sky Factory 3. Put on the same belt, share. Sharing is fine. No belt, don't bother with a belt. Share. Share a belt. No one said make two belts so far, so sharing a belt sounds good. So we know that one of them needs 3 ingredients, this one doesn't. And since it needs one of each, we could balance both onto one side and then output on the other. Okay, I'm going to share a belt. And here's how I'm going to do it. We're going to feed things up from here. Okay, those things are going to be iron cogs and gear plates. So let's come down a little bit. Bring you to there. Okay, but that one will actually be split. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, look at this. Look at this, I'm putting them all in the wrong slots. Unbelievable. Some professional Factorio player I'm supposed to be. Oh, I did it wrong. I did it wrong, didn't I? This requires a little bit more thought. I think what we'll do is we'll have... Jeez. How do I want to do this? Think like that. Okay, so I think that's what I want to do. So it's only on one side. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's just on one side. Is that fine? Shotgun shell damage has finished its research. We've got 2 more to do before we have to do the next set of potions. So now we need to get these things on the same line, but they need to go in from the different side. Is there a cheeky way in which I could do that? I think there is. If I do this and I click on its options, it's only going to... No, that's actually not going to help at all. So I could have an ugly little thing that wiggles back around. That's about the only way I can think of doing it. So... like that. It's kind of ugly, but does the job. Right, is there another way? You need to turn the thing around, unfortunately, says Hamstap. So maybe there's no trick to do that better. Which is fine. That's fine. We don't worry about that. We ain't worrying about that. Okay, by the way, we're gonna put these on a line together, right? So we have inserter 1, 2, 3, inserter and belt. Now this is going to be our shared resource belt. Here's the thing though, eventually we're going to have 2 of these together parallel. In fact, what I think I might do is just do that for now. I know it's cheaty, I know it doesn't actually, it's just stockpiling them, but that's what I want to do. So I can visualize what we're doing up here. Okay, bringing all of those forward and visualizing what's going on. So we're going to have a gap of 2 again, I think, and then we're going to have our belt here. So 1, 2, and then our belt will go there. So that gives us an idea on where to put our machines, which I should really be crafting. Should be thinking ahead and crafting, but I'm not. So it wants us to make a whole bunch of these, actually. Maybe some more. Now I think we need a different material. What do you need? Gear wheels. What am I missing here? There we go. Right, we've got like 15 of those. That's good. Hello, just came to the stream, says Levy. Welcome to the stream. What about inserters, says Milo. Oh, we'll get the inserters in here, don't worry. Okay, so we're going to have this second belt over on this side that's going to bring up the materials for the inserters, which actually require that one there, don't they? So we need to go and get probably a few more of those, but mostly the iron cogs. So I'm going to grab all of that, and it's not enough. It's still not enough. Okay, there we go. That's what we're short on. Raw iron. Okay, so let's make 5 of those to begin with. So we'll put a gap of 1. Sweet, we've got 5 of those sorted out. Then the regular ones on the opposite side. And we'll put those there. Then we need our inserters, which I have over a stack of. That's great. Oh, we should probably make this 6, actually. I like having them in little groups of 2. Then the regular one can go there. Put that away. And we've now finished... Oh no, we've got 1 more to go. Pancake says, I just made it, X. Welcome to the stream, Pancakes. When did the stream start, says Flip? 2 hours, 10 minutes ago, basically. Alright, so now, over on this side, going to have those groups of 2 again. And they're going to need long inserters as well. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? That looks kind of funky. So we need long inserters as well. And that's the correct rotation. Actually, I think the power cables are going to be a bit funky if we do it that way around. Let's go like that. That might help. Wait, what on... I don't know what I was just doing, but that's how many we need. Okay, so yeah, there's basically going to be a lot of these, right? On this side. We actually need them side by side to reach all of them. That's what I was trying to avoid. And there probably was a way to avoid it, but I didn't figure it out. Okay. And we're out, but we just got it up and running. Let's go hunt some trees. There they are. Badger Spanner says, stop funking up the doohickey, X. I mean, I'm upgrading it, is what I'm doing. We're turning it into a proper thing. Hiloof Cat says, I am such a nerd. If you say so. What the huck is wrong with a doohickey, says City. There's nothing wrong with a doohickey. Some people just ain't fans of the doohickey way. Oh, do you know what? That's not actually needed there. We just need the one on the opposite side. Okay. Now we need to... Well, we need to get the materials to the other side, that's for sure. Let's shift-click... I remember how to do it. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Right, now we need the belt that has the materials for this. We have a long-handed inserter there. Was that necessary? No, it is, because we need 3 items to go into this belt. So, with the limited space we have, we need to make 3 items over there. Just tuned in, what you doing? We're playing Factorio. I was going to go get some belts, but then I realised that we have belts on our belts. That's what I like about this game. You need belts, but your belts are on your belts. Okay, let's try and figure out what we're doing here. So, we want to make inserters. We need 1 of each, so it doesn't actually really matter how we separate this stuff. I guess the... Wait a minute. We want the exact same thing here, over there. Like, do we recreate this, or do we share the resources? Oh, if I'd have known that earlier, I could have set this up entirely differently. But it's not really a big deal. Does make me wonder, though. Because we could put a splitter there, send it right across and straight up to where it's needed. I think I'm actually going to do that. Good thing we've got that little bit of space, right? Let's give it a try. Now, the smaller inserter is the faster of the two, which is why I put it on the inside. Okay, now let's actually tell this thing what it needs as well. Or what it's going to make, sorry. Okay. Oops. Wait, how did I do it again? No. Wait. What the heck? What the heck? Hang on. Click there. Then wait. No, it's making the wrong thing. It's no. Stop. Why am I on the belt still? It's all going wrong. Okay. I want to make that. Now I shift right click on it and then left. Yes. Okay. There we go. Jeez. Totally butchered that. That wasn't a derp. Who suggested that that was a derp? That was definitely not a derp. We got a noise in here from Hiloof Cats saying Funky Cold Medina. Funky Cold Medina, please explain what is this FCM? Jeez, Funky Cold Medina. Thank you, Cats, for the cheers and the bits as always. I have no idea what that is. Jared says, just breathe, X. Just breathe and calm down. That's why I need a little bit of relaxation. Okay, the next one that we need is actually right here. So, a splitter. A splitter, mate. That's all we need. And that can turn the corner. Go through an underground belt. Bob's your uncle. Is Bob your uncle? If you have an uncle called Bob, how do you feel about that phrase? There we go. We now got inserters on the opposite line. Bravo! Bravo, I say. Aren't those the ingredients for this? Literally. They are literally the ingredients. So we will set up our science research straight away, but this will also be saved for something else in the future. So it's going to have a long old line, and it can hold on to those materials for us. We're going to have a gap of 2 as always, and just straight away we're going to do that and turn it upwards. That's a gap of 3. Let's undo. I don't know how I managed to do a gap of 3, but I did. You know, these things happen. It makes one part of our factory slightly different from the rest, which will make everyone aggravated. Everyone everywhere will be aggravated by it. Okay. Turning it up there. And now we got to do the assembly machines. This will be nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Unless I've missed something here. If I missed something, I don't think I have. I have 2 Uncle Bobs, says Milo G. Bob's your uncle. Which one? Oh. There's 2 of them. Don't you know? Right, and we can expand that upwards to... Oh, this is just wonderful. Look at that. This music is glorious, yes. We have reached the next stage of Factorio. We are making the next type of science potion. This is a glorious day for all of Factorio kind. I'm glad to have you all here with me on this historic moment as we ascend to the next level with more science research. Okay, so these belts, are they belts? These potions, like before, will make their way down to this area. We're actually going to have to get them onto one belt together now, I think. So, how should I do that? Where should these go? We've left a gap of 2. I think that we're going to have it running on this belt. Jeez, there is a way to go here. Okay, and then we've got like the 1, and then we're going to have the 2. So those underground belts are going to need to be like so. And then we have 4. This is where it gets super tricky because we're so far away from the other bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we have 1. But I think we reserved space for 2. Actually, we kind of didn't. But that's fine. I think... Did I just... No, wait. I did do that the correct way around. That should be it. Right, so if I want to get them on both sides, we need a splitter. Not that they'll back up or anything. Right, and then I think what we're going to do over here, for now, is have this. No, that's not the way to do it, is it? How should I do this? Then they'll be both from the same side. It's kind of tricky. We got Yellow Harold here, resubscribing for 33 months in a row, saying Happy New Year, Asuma, and everyone in chat. Hope you're doing well. I'm finishing my bachelor's degree on the 22nd of January, so I'm spending the evening looking for jobs. You know, some people might laugh at that, but I say good on ya. Making the right decision there. You could go out and party, but you know what your priorities are. You've got to look for a job. You're doing your bachelor's degree. Good on you, Yellow Harold. I wish you all the best with it. I mean, when you say finishing, is it like, have you passed exams? Does it just end and you've got it? Or, like, I don't know how bachelor's degree works. But, yeah, all the best. Thank you ever so much for the continued support, buddy. Appreciate it. I think what we want to do is this. And yes, it's a bit of a botch, but it'll do. Is what I'm thinking. There's a bit of a wiggly botch going on over here. Right, I'll pick up all of those. We're going to distribute that into some of these. And you can have that one as well. Right, now here comes the magic. Y'all ready for the magic? I don't think y'all are ready for the magic. Oh, we can research. We can increase lab research speed. Let's start off with that one. So the next one will be a little bit faster. Bam! There they go. We're doing the research. The revolution is underway. I love watching you whilst doing some cheeky biology revision. The old cheeky, right? Oh, getting in a little bit of that cheeky biology revision, are ya? Jeez, I can't talk properly. A great way to chill, says Smudge. I hope it doesn't disrupt your learning too much. You know, you're there in the biology exam and all you can think about is derps and and noises in here. Oh, jeez. Right, let's go expand this right here. This clearly needs some expansion, if you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3. We need the materials to make more, which is apparently iron. I think if we rip up some of this stuff, though, we'll get what we need. Maybe not. Need some raw iron. There's that raw iron sitting around waiting for us. Just make all of that now. Okay, so we need to drastically increase this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that many for now. And that is our biggest component of all of this so far. This game is wonderful when you play it like this. When you've got all your automation set up and you lay everything out so you can play it on a large scale. It's so much fun. I mean, there's people that probably play it on an even faster and larger scale than this, right? I probably look like a complete newbie to some, but I'm happy to play it like this because this is so much better than when I last did all of this stuff. You know, it used to be super janky and the layouts were pretty poor. But this is really cool. Alright. So we're going to right and then left. Just hold down left click. And now all of those are going for it, peeps. All of those are going for it. X, can you say bubble? I believe I just said babble. Phil Roberts says, this factory looks awesome. Thanks. That's what it looks like so far on the mini-map. Pretty cool, right? Oh man, I'm liking this. Okay, so they are coming in a bit faster, but it still feels like it could be better. Did I place all of these the correct way? Maybe there's a way I can increase the speed of these assembling machines. There will be a way in the future, but for now, those things are strolling in here. I think this is the slower speed down here, and we'll see them start to group up a little bit more, because we still have a backup. Right, we could perhaps invest in more of these now. Let's see if we can increase it all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to double. We're going to double our research speed. And when we do this, we may see that some of our resources start to diminish elsewhere, and that's fine. That's the way the game works. So let's actually expand it this way this time. Oh, do you know what I could have done? I could have. I'm going to cancel all of this. I should just do that first, right? And then go. How many did we get? 3. 5 is 8. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's wonderful. And there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are increasing that research speed. Big time. Big time over here. I like it. How are we doing on the old electricity front? Whoa! That looks maxed out to me. Satisfaction. Not good enough. We need another little expansion up here, don't we? Let's go grab a pipe and a boiler. I think I'm going to have to craft the pipe by hand. Copper Griffin says, I am at the very beginning of the game. Who here has actually brought a copy of the game since watching? Because I know quite a few new people are here, and that's something that will happen when you see a new game. And who's enjoying it? Let me know. Let me know what you think in all of this if you're new to it today. I'm going to put an inserter there. Going to need to power it. Then going to need to chuck in our extra steam boilers now. Oh, and that one's going to need power cable right there. Right, let's hope that that makes the difference that we need. Yep, satisfaction is back. Production, that's probably the maximum, and this is it wobbling around. I don't know. Maybe I think about it in different ways than it's actually displaying. That's a good way to look at it. So we peaked there, and now we can handle the peaking again. That's cool. Oh, there's a whole production screen, by the way. You can see what we've been producing over time. So we've been playing this game for 2 hours. In the last hour, you can see the way our copper cable production has peaked a couple of times. Our iron plates and iron ore is kind of holding this line down here. That's just fantastic. Okay, we have research lab speed 1. Should we do number 2? You know? Get it going super fast for the rest of the ones that use these amounts. If we're going to do that though, I think we should make another 8 of those. And just looking at the materials it wants me to grab, I'm going to go get a load of these that are just sitting on the belt and cancel all of that. Okay, and let's go. How many did I make? Did I even make one? I don't think I did. There you go. It wants to make belts. That's interesting. Could have picked some of those up. Right, the next expansion will go down this way. And we're going to have to wait for the next 2, I guess. This doesn't look like a game I would play all the time. Watching it, however, could be more interesting to me, I feel. Though I could just watch X play just about any game and be entertained, says Sir Hurler. Oh, thank you for the nice message. I think this game has a watchable quality to it. Because if this stuff, like, for some people this stuff's going to, like, rattle your brain a bit much and maybe annoy you. Because you have to do a lot of, like, planning and thinking. Then watching someone else take care of it can be pretty fun. Your UI is huge. How can you see the game? Says DK Duckling. Oh, that's simple. I just look at the places where the UI isn't, you know? Instead of looking here, trying to see what's going on, I just look in the area where the UI isn't. Yellow Howard says, I'd probably get the game if I had a different art style, but to me it's dull and confusing to look at. Interesting. They could probably enable resource packs for this. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just textures, right? There might even be mods for that. I actually really like the art style, but I can understand if you didn't. So it might be a thing. It might already exist. Okay, so now we are really pushing our base, okay? If we look here, the power's okay, but we should see maybe some of the resources start to struggle. Iron is actually surprisingly doing pretty good. So if we look around, we might start to see some weak spots. I reckon this over here might need a tweak. It's actually holding up really well, which is surprising. There's actually kind of like, doesn't really look like there's many weak spots at all. It's kind of doing great, you know. Even these are backing up. Maybe we have to wait for all of this extra research we're doing to kind of show us where the weak points are. Like, for example, that's starting to drift over. You see, belts act like buffers. Things back up on them. So if these green potions keep backing up further and further this way, that's a good sign that we're doing all right. If they start to dip away, it means we're not doing enough, you know. Berserker Guy says, Asuma, there is a mod called Alien Biomes that does just that. I do not know what was that I just said. Let's think back. Oh, textures. So Alien Biomes does textures or something. That's cool. Insanity UK says, at Yellow Howard, the game is focused on gameplay over textures. They're currently working through everything and updating the models and textures. The style won't change, but the quality will. Also, it lacks the viewability. That's interesting, because this has already been worked through once. I wasn't aware they were going to go through the graphic style again. But that's a good point. However, I think even when a game is more about gameplay, it's very important to get the immersion feel right as well. So while you're in that zone crunching on that game, it's a nice environment to be in. Akam Ikazel is here doing cheers and throwing bits, saying cheers. Thanks, X. Thank you, buddy, for the bits. Oh, saying thanks for the help. No problem. If you've been learning from how I've been playing, that's fantastic. That's really cool. It's awesome to know people are learning from what we're doing. Thank you again for the cheers and the bits. Now, we're about to finish Lab Research Speed 2. Because the research can now go faster, we might start to see that deficit appear. We want to go this way, right? We want to do that one and then be able to do that one in the future. So it might not be the best thing to do right now, but it's what we're going to do. And here goes the research again. Not sure what else we could do while we wait. We could actually just focus on expanding some stuff, but I'm quite happy now just to keep my eye on this and see what's needed. And here go the fireworks. That time of day, isn't it? Gret says, did you read FFF? They mentioned all the texture changes there. What is FFF? Factorio... something, something? Badger says, I have to head off and make dinner. GGX, have a lovely stream, guys, and happy new calendar day. Have fun cooking. And thank you for tuning in, Badger. Could always build lights to make things pretty at night, says Dob. I think I'm just going to turn off the night cycle, because the lights just take up space in the base and whatnot. There is something else you can do in this game, which I am yet to do, actually, which is to create textures that go on the floor. I completely forgot about that until now. So over here, if we just... do I not even have... oh, I do have one. If we just put that there for a second, grab some of that, right, give it fuel... it's going to make stone. We can craft stone into other stuff. Right, what do I research next? Let's go with the old energy electricity distribution. Yeah, this stuff can be used to make, like, this is another thing I completely forgot about that I actually wanted to do, was to make a bunch of those. So, and like automatically make stone. Let's actually do that quickly. It probably won't be a very good setup, because I'm doing it very quickly. Let's do that and that. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Let's just leave this here so I think about it next time, right? I go, oh yeah, I'm going to make a little stone setup here for my factory. Because this is where I think we should wrap it up, peeps. It's been a fun stream, been a long one, and the next one will be tomorrow. And that's all I can say right now. I hope you've enjoyed this Factorio stream. I've really enjoyed it. Massive thanks to everyone who came out and watched. Thanks to all the people who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Hope you've had a good time. And we will actually go just pick a random Factorio channel and raid them and support the Factorio community today. So I am going to send you to Colonel Will, because the screenshot of their base looks really interesting. So thank you ever so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.